They're just going through the pre-match pleasantries here. And looking at the Villa team then, obviously the two that spring off the page, Tyrone Mings, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Injured on the first day of last season, but his dedication, his application, so admirable. And the same for Boubacar Kamara, and they'll look to come through this unscathed and hopefully return for the seniors soon.
Yeah, that's great. You can hear the cheers for both players there as well. But you know, like Mings, especially, you know, experiencing injury, 14 months. I've had that particular injury as well, and it's a long road back. You know, it takes a lot of dedication to get back to this level again. You know, it's going to take him a while, you know, with some games and stuff like that. And this is just the baby steps, the first step. You know, I'll be surprised if he plays a full game of this. Probably just the first half, especially if it's his first game back for both players. But you know, it's a long journey for him. And trust me, you know, he'll be so happy to be out. Both of them will be so happy to be out on this pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for them to continue their recovery and step up their recovery, but also it's a real privilege and exciting for the young players, isn't it, to play with two such recognised senior figures
on both teams. It says there, especially the Villa players there as well. But you know, as he said, it's a fantastic experience for them as well. And you've got two very good pros there as well. You know, they'll take this game seriously. You know what it's all about as well. And it's such great for the players, isn't it, to be playing there? You know, it's an advance for them as well when they're going to be playing the first team, having experience playing with senior pros. What it's all about.
Yeah, and good to see the two clubs wearing their traditional colours as well. Villa in the usual claret shirts, sky blue sleeves, white shorts and claret and blue socks, and Newcastle in their legendary black and white stripes. These two teams have identical records so far in Premier League 2, with a couple of wins each, a draw. They're both on 7 points, and Villa did beat Newcastle away from home on the final match day of last season to get into the playoffs. It was a big win that North, with Sil Swinkles, who's gone on to feature with the seniors, getting the only goal in the game. So they'll hope for a repeat result here, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that'll be the case as well. Just saying, it's a beautiful day, pitched in immaculate condition as well. So looking forward to this game for sure.
We saw a cracking game here, high tempo, top quality sides head to head in midweek. Villa taking on Bayern Munich in the UEFA Youth League, losing by the only goal. Great to have Tony, a former Villa player here, and Stilian Petrov is here watching on as well. Loves viewing the action involving the youngsters, he was telling us. What a terrific career he had with Villa. Here's a ball chipped now for Tristan Rowe by Proctor. We enjoyed Rowe's performance against Bayern Munich, particularly in the second half. He had good chances getting forward, and here he is doing a bit of defending. And Broggio, who's been called up to the England under-18s. Great news.
It is, yeah. And I played a particular game against Bayern as well. Both players says there. Tristan Rowe, really good young player as well. Got fantastic energy, and especially that second half as well. Marauding down that right-hand side.
With Villa, who've done well in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy with the win at Fleetwood, playing Bolton next in midweek. So looking to progress in that competition. They've conceded a corner here though, so a bright start from Newcastle, and Ethan Amundsen-Day is going to take this opportunity to repel the danger along with his fellow Villa players, with Stanton knocking it short, and now Dylan Charlton swinging in, and Villa now with an opportunity to break. Here they come, driving through the middle. Kobe Moore wants the pass. What a run this is by Patterson. He's got terrific pace. He gets into the penalty area. Low ball in towards Moore, and now Ben Broggio with the cutback, and the keeper gets the touch. But we've seen that so many times for Villa at this level. Travis Patterson striding with purpose, with energy, with positivity. What a run that was.
It was superb, and it shows his pace and power down that left-hand side, especially he's doing that a few days ago as well. It shows the terrific levels these players can play at. You know, he had a tough game the other night as well, marauding down that left-hand side, and he started extremely well. Super one.
As it's knocked back by Amundsen Day for Proctor, who made some good saves, didn't he?
He did
Against the Germans.
Yeah, he really did. Kept, especially in that first half as well. Well, like that Proctor as well, he's got good distribution as well. Very comfortable on the ball. This is a really good ball, as you can just see there.
And good to see Tyrone Mings getting some early touches, and Boubacar Kamara as well, because you can train as hard as you like, but there's just nothing quite like playing in a match situation, is there?
Absolutely correct. It is there, getting some game time, get some minutes into those legs as well. Says you can train. I'm sure both players have been trained like Trojans, doing all those runs with the sports scientists and the physios as well, getting themselves right. But you can't beat playing, competitive football.
Here come Villa with Jamal Jimo Aloba. They've won their 2 league games here this season against Derby and Blackburn. Can they make it 3 out of 3 in Premier League 2 at Bodymore? Remember, you need to finish in the top 16 to get into those playoffs as they did last season. It's with Johnny Emerson competing for the Magpies, and Cathal Heffernan, who's the captain of the team. Floated ball, bit of work to do defensively here for Patterson. He can't do it, and it should be the opening goal, and it is. It's knocked into the back of the net by Ben Parkinson as Newcastle seize the initiative in the 5th minute, and it's they who break the deadlock. Patterson tracking back. He'd expended so much energy in making a counter moments ago, but he just wasn't able to get the better of Ben Parkinson, who set himself, rolled it past Sam Proctor, and Villa in arrears early doors at Bodymore Heath. And it was just a hopeful ball hit over the top, wasn't it? It was opportunistic from Parkinson, and he did the rest.
Yeah, he just didn't read the bounce there, Patterson. He knew someone was up against him there, bounced the other side of him there. Again, just lack of concentration there, I think, really, as well. The beauty is, Villa's got plenty of time to get back into these games, but, be really disappointed with that goal for sure.
Yep, so an early setback for the Villains, with the side who made the long journey to the West Midlands, buoyed by an enterprising little run by Parkinson. It was a speculative ball over the top, really, and he just got the run of the ball and drew Proctor, and outside of the boot, rolled it along the turf and into the corner. How will Villa respond? We've seen plenty of character from these players in matches towards the end of last season and the early part of this already, with Kane Taylor, who sparkled in the last home win.
The beauty of the they've got plenty of firepower up front there as well. They've got loads of attacking options, so I expect them to be creating lots and lots of chances in this game.
And of course, such a buzz around Villa at the moment generally, with that phenomenal victory over the German giants Bayern Munich in the Champions League on Wednesday night. Manchester United to look forward to tomorrow. It's where it all started for Unai Emery nearly 2 years ago. Ben Broggio controlled the ball well. Can he get the shot away here? Broggio, he loves to gather, doesn't he, on the wing and move in field, and he nearly got the better of his man. Yeah,
he was unlucky there as well. He's cut back in. There's a shout for a handball there initially, but just going back to midweek against Bayern, what a fantastic game that was. The atmosphere was electric. I had the pleasure of being there as well. It was absolutely superb, with a great victory.
A wonder goal and so many other positives to take from the performance.
Yeah, it really was. Fantastic finish there by Duran.
And it's strange symmetry as well for Mings and Kamara, as the crossfield ball is played by Newcastle for Rory Powell. He tries to release the goal scorer Parkinson again, who's involved in a little mini tussle with Patterson once more, and Patterson concedes the free kick. But when you think that it was against Newcastle, of course, up in the northeast, that Tyrone Mings picked up his injury, and Boubacar Kamara himself against Manchester United.
Yes, quite ironically, isn't it?
Yeah,
these things always comes out, these things there as well, to be fair.
But yeah, they're just getting minutes in the legs here.
Absolutely.
They're not always all about the result, but you want to get into that winning mentality, and Villa were unfortunate to lose against Bayern Munich create multiple opportunities. The under-9 teams, a few of these guys were eligible in midweek, but the likes of Alcock and Kobe Moore back out on the pitch for the under-21s. Under-18s also in action today after their good win against Palace last week. Haven't been able to test Aidan Harris in his bright goalkeeping outfit. If you've missed any of the action, by the way, we'll bring you the key moments at half-time on our Villa TV broadcast. Great to have your company wherever you are. Here's Tristan Rowe now gathering the ball with urgency. Rowe slides the pass, tries to pick out Kobe Moore, but Newcastle have it away. It's competitive stuff so far. It's the visitors with their tails up, hoping to get up to double figures in terms of points this season. Stanton. Now Cathal Heffernan playing in the centre of defence. Dylan Charlton away from Broggio. Kieran Thompson. And back with Harris. But when a team go behind early, you look at them, you assess the body language and look, right, are they going to be affected by it? And I think Villa will push on now, won't they, and try and sort of feel their way into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So the goal coming so early, really, as well. No established player had been given in the game as well. So, yeah, the one behind as well. It's about building, getting that momentum going again and start playing as if it's 0-0 really as well. You don't go gun ho.
Newcastle have it again. They're looking to make it 2 here. A little run is made and he's offside. Johnny Emerson, he just strayed. The pass was delayed too long and nothing to worry about for Tyrone Mings and co there. Linesman's flag was raised fairly quickly, but it's Ben Parkinson's goal that separates the two teams. Aronson Day, and now Stanton plays the pass, could be another one for Newcastle. Shot deflected wide, and it's good defending from Tyrone Mings on his return. Parkinson wanted another goal, but Mings' positioning was good there as Villa lost the ball. Played to Parkinson. He's been a real threat, hasn't he, right of centre. That's an important touch from the returning Tyrone Mings.
It was a good touch there as well, but you can see Newcastle really pressing Villa when they're playing those short passes, trying to beat that press as well. So if they do get past it, there are opportunities, but Newcastle are doing well so far with that.
Stanton on dead ball duty. Mings is there with a classic imperious trademark header, and that was applauded by the home fans. They recognise how big a day it is. It's been a long road back. He must have missed the buzz of match day so much, but that was classic Mings, wasn't it? Yeah,
he'll be really pleased with that. Don't care what level he's playing at. Getting that first important header, as he's just done there.
Yeah, it's an art form, a classic central defender's header.
Talking to the wrong person, Jack.
Yeah, I am definitely. In fact, you were disappointed to see central defenders had some of your crosses away. Not that it happened too much. You usually picked out a teammate, didn't you?
Tried. Here's
Thompson for Heffernan. Can they get in behind Thompson and Heffernan? I mean, Kobe Moore, we've seen him last couple of seasons. He's really got an eye for goal when he gets his chance, as he did in the last home game here.
Yeah, he has as well there. But fair, Newcastle have really pressed and harried Villa, to be quite honest with you, all over the field.
Yeah, they look a good side. They've nurtured and brought players through the academy in recent years, as Villa have, to get a taste of action. As Thompson now for Heffernan. They look a steady, solid, resilient central defensive pair. Aidan Harris behind them. 12 gone at a sunny Bodymore. Very pleasant October lunchtime at Training HQ. Ben Broggio.
Foul there. Well done.
He's so hard to get off the ball, isn't he? Because he's got that fairly low centre of gravity, but he's very strong, difficult to remove.
Yeah, called Jinky. He's very deceptive, and when he moves, he likes to drop that shoulder as well. Yeah, as he says, he's got a low centre of gravity, comfortable on that ball as well.
And he's actually had a very strong start to this season, so he deserved his international recognition. Scoring goals, creating goals. Mings moving into the opposition half. Amundsen Day for Tristan Rowe. Broggio controlling in a tight spot, closed down by Charlton. And also, what an experience for Ethan Amundsen Day as well to play alongside Mings.
Absolutely, as he says there, and I'm sure Mings will be talking you through it as well, giving a bit of guidance. It's a good opportunity for him as well, as he said.
Boubacar Kamara's been doing what he does, just gathering it off the defenders, stroking the passes, giving the team a shape and a structure. Who knows? Maybe the plan is to play 45. Might be an hour. We'll have to see how they get through. I'm sure they're being monitored.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be with the GPS. They'll be definitely monitored to see how they're going as well. But I would imagine. I mean, that would be the determining factor, really, what the stats say there. But I'll be very surprised if we go beyond 60 minutes for their first game. We've seen Kamara rally into a couple of tackles as well, to be fair as well. So I think looking at him as well, I think he knows when he'll be coming off in terms of time.
I wouldn't mind monitoring Travis Patterson's
that's high intensity runnings through the roof.
And Broggio as well. And now he's onside here. Jimo Eloba plays it low, didn't get the pace. Kobe Moore was waiting for that. It's excellent defending by Cathal Heffernan, the captain of Newcastle. He was released well by Broggio. Jimo Eloba in space. If he got a little bit more on that, it would have been 1-1.
Yeah, beautiful ball there by Broggio. But to say to Jimo Eloba, they should have done particularly better with that cross. He had more time than he actually thought, could have brought it in a bit as well and picked his man out. But great position at Villa's first chance there.
Here's Alcock, the captain of Villa, the pivot, the engine room of the team. Swings it over, right-footed. Jimo Eloba back into the mix, and it should be cleared. Anywhere will do. He didn't have an outlet there, Ellis Stanton. He just smashed it high. Tristan Rowe. Villa encamped inside the Newcastle half here as Kamara wins his team a free kick, just easing his way back in, going through his paces calmly and pulling the strings in midfield as he likes to do. Amundsen Day with a floated ball. Travis Patterson hugging that left touchline. Tyrone Mings is available. He's got his fellow senior man in front of him, Kamara, and decides to go for his central offensive colleague Amundsen Day. Mings, lovely touch, nicely brought forward here by Tyrone Mings. Chance to stretch those legs. And now it's Kane Taylor and Patterson. Alcock calling for the ball, receiving it. Good passing football this from Villa. Kamara sitting, holding, stroking for Rowe. Tries the chip, just away from Broggio. Good idea, didn't quite execute it as he wanted.
Yeah, just overcooked that one then. Well, good one by Broggio there as well. So the game settled down as I thought it would do here as well now. Villa having a bit more possession. Full steam ahead, Newcastle at first 10 minutes or so, but now it's settled down as well. Villa got a lot more possession because it's very hard to carry that intensity that Newcastle are going, but they have the advantage at this present moment.
They do, but Villa have just started to get a grip of proceedings, and actually Messrs Mings and Kamara have contributed to that, haven't they? Just got, sometimes, you know, you come back and you do have a bit of a presence and an aura about you, given what they've achieved. Mings, the England international, linking up with Proctor. Mings for Proctor, and now Tristan Rowe.
Touch.
Driving forward, Rowe with Broggio available. He plays it for Jimo Eloba inside right channel. Jimo Eloba, has he won the corner here? Did he take the touch off the defender? No. He was trying to do so, but I think that's been the case for Villa so far. It's just they haven't quite got the pass just right, have they? They've been in some good positions.
Yeah, they really have. And to be fair to Rowe, their foot is particularly unlucky there. It's a great run by Jimo Eloba. Just couldn't manage to keep it in or get that extra touch there, enabling him to hold the ball up. But Villa are definitely getting back more in the game with a lot more possession, especially down his right hand side. Has been very effective.
Yeah, and Mings has seen plenty of the ball, as has Kamara. There they are linking up, and it'd be great options to have for Unai Emery going forward. If they can get up to full fitness in the Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup to come, there's so much to look forward to for the seniors. That's brilliantly worked by Villa. And here they come with Proctor playing the pass for Patterson. Patterson with Taylor, more in the middle. Taylor moving in field with intent. Patterson, what an attack this is. Gets the shot away, good block. Decent defending, breaks for Taylor with the cut back for Kobe Moore. Kobe Moore back to goal, tries to manoeuvre it, and they've scrambled it partially away to that left side. Patterson and Alcock for Kamara with the chip, clever. Patterson hits it low to the back post, and there's Ben Broggio to make it 1-1. Really good, patient stuff that from Villa. The initial attack seemed to have been dealt with, but they kept it alive. Nicely worked. And Broggio, he has had a terrific start to the season, he really has. He's enjoying his football. He was in the right place at the right time there. Fully justifies his international call-up. And just keep an eye on Ben Broggio. He's had senior experience as well recently, coming off the bench in the Carabao Cup. But that was a really nicely worked move. Patterson with the assist, Broggio at the back post, 1-1.
Started from Proctor really there, playing as a central defender, really a sweeper, getting the ball out with some really good sweet skills. And for me, what a great ball in. Patterson making, up for his initial error. Great ball across the box. And what Broggio did really well, trapping that far post, really important. He wasn't out on the right side picking his nose at all, as what some wide players do.
Yeah.
In on the end of it, great finish. Really good goal by Villa. We're ready to recycle that ball as well. After initial attack, keeping it moving, keep the ball moving, keeping it playing. Back in the game.
I think what was good about that as well, Tony, was the fact that often you get goals on breakaways as Proctor comes out to meet this. Good work out of his penalty area, and it will be a goal kick eventually, his clearance going out. But sometimes these counter-attacks, you get a free flow, but the fact that it was cleared slightly, wasn't it? But they still stayed up there, kept up the intensity and got the goal.
Yeah, they managed to recycle that ball really well. That's a sign of a good side as well. It might not be that first attack. Can they, keep possession? It's all about the positioning. Make sure they're covering all angles and maintaining those full momentum and all those movements. And that's what Villa definitely did there.
Here's Kamara, Jimo Aloba. Control, squeeze the shot away. Broggio, the goal scorer, playing with a buoyancy, playing with a spring in his step. And it's definitely a player we're looking to push on now, the teenager. Could have a bright future ahead of him. Don't put too much pressure on him, but he does, it's a good goal. That's a lovely angle on the pass of Broggio, and he's away again. And he just couldn't find the pass. There he was, trying to pick out more, but a great ball towards him, and he had the energy to get to it.
It really was, and his position takes a really good position. He's so unlucky there, really, as well. He wasn't shooting at goal, trying to get across the sets to Moore as well. Just didn't get his angles right with the cross. So he started terrifically well. You can see a player really on form at this present moment.
Yeah. It's Broggio for Rowe, and they enjoy playing with each other, don't they, those two, Rowe and Broggio down the right flank.
Yeah, they've got a good understanding, haven't they, to be fair as well, really. And Broggio's got this thing about just coming inside as well, allowing sometimes Rowe to get on the outside.
Coming towards the midway point of the first half at Bodymore, lunchtime kick-off for the under-21s with a couple of seniors to sprinkle their experienced stardust over proceedings, and I think Tyrone Mings and Boubacar Kamara are enjoying this. Here's a flip by Taylor for Patterson. They're playing some lovely football here. Alcock keeps it going. Patterson for Taylor. Kamara. Just great to call his name out, and Mings in a game again. Here's Taylor, great feet, good balance as well to keep his feet on the turf. Now it's with Rowe. Villa bouncing back well here. Early goal from Ben Parkinson for Newcastle, but cancelled out by Ben Broggio from close range after Patterson's ball, following a really good counter-attack which started, as you say, with the keeper. Here's Jimo Aloba for Kobe Moore. Just closed down. That's good work by Rory Powell to stop him, because Moore was setting himself for a shot there. Yeah,
he was as well. Mings there, playing the ball in there. That's that initial attack there. As you said there as well, Villa definitely on the ascendancy here, looking a better team after setting down, after going down that early goal, looking at the team more likely.
Yeah, Villa's under-19s with a couple of defeats in the Youth League so far, but matches to come against Bologna, Club Brugge, Juventus and Leipzig. Next up, domestically, we've got the Bristol Street Motors Trophy at Bolton on Tuesday, and then a league game at Middlesbrough. Play Barrow in the trophy, and then Leicester, Norwich and Wolves still to come this year in Premier League 2. So it's a good varied programme, and it's been an absorbing, thoroughly enjoyable game so far, this. I'd be very surprised if we didn't get a few more goals. Newcastle definitely haven't come just to defend, have they? They've got potential on the counter, but Villa have had most of the play after a slightly sticky start. Taylor, Alcock and Mings, who's the ultimate professional, definitely appreciates all the messages of support he's been getting from the fans, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, you know, in terms of that now. It's very supportive when you get that as well, because it's dark times when you're going through that as well, and if you're going through rehab.
Yeah.
But, you know, the players really do appreciate, you know, what it means to the club and what he's done so far and coming back from injury.
Yeah, he speaks with a real honest humility, and he's just played a lovely raking diagonal ball there for Broggio, the player of the moment. But Newcastle have actually defended pretty well so far. Alcock sliding in front of James Huntley, the Newcastle number 8. Mings, I'll never forget talking to him after a defeat to Manchester United in behind closed doors, and Villa looked to be almost stranded, didn't they? But he spoke with such a steely determination. They went on to complete the great behind closed doors escape, and that just gave a little insight into what he's all about.
His character for sure,
yeah.
It really does. You can see that for sure. He's definitely a leader. You know, he's battled to where he is as well. You know, winning people over, getting his international caps as it is there as well, and you know, fighting back from numerous injuries to be honest with you as well. So you know, this definitely shows his character for sure.
The same could be said for Kamara, who's just been knitting things together, threading the passes, good reading of the game, just plays with an authority, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
26th minute, under 21 action. Bodymore Heath on Villa TV. Villa 1, Newcastle 1. Newcastle, of course, were a Champions League club last season. Villa are this, with 2 wins out of 2 at Young Boys and at home gloriously against Bayern Munich on Wednesday night. It's with Heffernan, gets it back. Heffernan isn't hurried, but Moore closes him down. Newcastle enjoying a little bit of possession here, albeit in their own half. Nearly lost it, but it's a goal scorer for them, Parkinson, who got the better of Patterson and knocked it classily into the corner to make it 1-0, but Villa have roared back, and you'd say are deservedly level. Well worked for Jimo Aloba. Broggio's the outlet on the right, uses him. Broggio controls, he's going to run at them again. Is he? No, he checks it back for Tristan Rowe, who came so close to scoring on 2 or 3 occasions against Bayern Munich in the week. Broggio forced back by Dylan Charlton, who was lurking in his slipstream. Amundsen Day for Proctor again, and now Alcock for Amundsen Day. Proctor takes his time.
See most of the play coming through Alcock there in that midfield area. Happy to receive the ball in those areas, setting things moving, allowing the ball when he's playing to go out wide, spread the play.
Yeah, and yeah, he's playing alongside Kamara in the middle with Aidan Borland on the bench. Borland skip of the team in the Youth League.
My initial thought with Kamara as well, looking physically strong as well. He's held off a few those strong challenges, got himself involved as well, looking very comfortable on the ball, but definitely, you know, getting back into the game as it says there as well. He's not going too crazy, as he shouldn't do here as well, but you know, he's had a good test so far.
we really are tapping into your sports scientist knowledge today, aren't we, with these guys coming back, Mings and Kamara, and so far so good from them, I'd say.
Yeah, pleased. They'll be pleased so far with their contribution.
Here's Amundsen Day floating for Patterson, and now Alcock again. 28 gone, 1-1. And it's an intriguing head-to-head this. Villa have had the majority of possession. Amundsen Day for Alcock, and now Patterson in space. That could spell trouble for Newcastle. Patterson. Taylor was just buzzing around him, flitting and floating into space. Patterson. Nice little pivot. Alcock, Taylor, Kamara. More good build-up from Villa. Kamara goes in with the challenge, but Newcastle come away with it this time. Oh, what a turn that is. That's mesmerising stuff from Johnny Emerson. And he wins the free kick.
Yeah, lovely turn there. Again, quickly closed down as well, but beautiful turn. Really recovered well from it.
That would have got on one of those moments of the week, wouldn't it, on the magazine shows from Emerson, where he took that in his stride, but didn't harm Villa greatly. Yes, they conceded a free kick, but they've had time to deal with it. Coming up to the half hour with Stanton. Newcastle trying to get something going with Huntley. Patterson slides in, wins the ball. Lovely work by Kamara. And then he plays a perfect pass for Jimo Aloba. This could be the moment now for Villa to take the lead, as dancing through is Moore, and the save made by Aidan Harris. Kobe Moore collected the pass, and here's Kamara. Shot deflected, could have gone anywhere. He drove that well, did Villa's number 44, hoping it would go low into the corner, but it took a touch off the defender, goes behind for a corner. But goodness me, Kobe Moore, great chance, but a good save from the keeper. Yeah,
dancing feet by Moore there as well. The initial build-up from Jimo Aloba, really good feet, and the keeper pulled off a really good save. Read where he's going to put it, but it's a good strike. The keeper saved it well.
He did so well to manoeuvre the ball there, didn't he, Moore? He perhaps just didn't get it either side. He'll be disappointed with the finish, but the way he created the chance for himself was very impressive.
Yeah, super feet there, really was.
Left wing, right boot, Alcock. The flag fluttering briskly in the afternoon breeze. Alcock headed away by Newcastle. And Rowe for Kamara. Just caresses the ball, doesn't he, when he passes it. Pushes it calmly along the turf. Drops into central defence to cover for his mate Tyrone Mings. And nice to see those two exchanging the passes. Of course, we came in with that being the headline today, but Ben Broggio can't keep him out of the headlines so far this season, and he's definitely playing with an enjoyment and with an effective directness every time he pulls on a Villa jersey. And I think actually it will have lifted him getting that little taste of senior action in the Carabao Cup as well, wouldn't it?
Oh, without doubt, coming on playing first team football as well, and playing extremely well when you get on. It's really going to help him to be full of confidence, as you can see. Yeah. And he's deserved that, to be quite honest with you, as well there.
Yeah, with Jimo Aloba falling to the turf there, but the free kick is given to Newcastle, taken by Travis Hearns, their number 10. And Thompson for Heffernan. And Jimo Aloba trying just a little bit too hard. And Kieran Thompson just shielding the ball from him. 32 gone. 1-1 between Villa and Newcastle United. It's a good way to tee up the rest of the weekend, with the Villains taking on the Red Devils at senior level in the Premier League tomorrow afternoon. Of course, Unai Emery kicking off his Villa managerial head coach tenure with a victory at Villa Park against Manchester United. In goes Amundsen Day, no nonsense, crunching. That's what you want to see from your centre back.
Yeah, he'd love that. Great challenge.
up high. Mings in front of Josh Donaldson, the Newcastle number 9. It's a big shirt number for Newcastle, isn't it, that?
It is.
At any level. Mings and Kamara. Well, they've come through 33 minutes. Very nicely. Alcott and Patterson. Jimo Aloba has made a good run. Jimo Aloba with the cutback, back towards Patterson, who goes down, but referee says the ball was won as he took a tumble. Travis Patterson. Good link-up play that.
Yeah, it was really good play down there. Telly trying to drag that ball back. Wasn't a foul for me there, penalty.
Hearns for Johnny Emerson. Dylan Charlton marauding down the left. Emerson moves in field though. Good footwork from the number 11. Emerson tries the clever ball, but Alcott cuts it out. Possible breakaway now for Villa with Jimo Aloba and Alcott and Taylor now with more in front of him. Being closed down by James Huntley. Huntley gives them a bit of space, in fact. Alcott for Kamara. And Tristan Rowe for Broggio. Rowe and Amundsen Day. Patterson right in front of the little mini gantry of this small stadium at Bodymoor Heath. Villa's training HQ for an under-21 match between Villa and Newcastle. Bit of frustration there for Amundsen Day, but overall been a pretty decent display this from Villa.
Yeah, it really has. You know, from the initial start, as we said there as well, Villa settled down really well, playing some really good football, comfortable on the ball.
And into touch for a throw-in for the home side. He'd love to get their noses in front between now and half-time for certain. Mings and Amundsen Day. Of course, there'll be good extra competition for places now, don't we, with the guys coming back from injury.
Yeah, I don't think these to be rushed back too soon.
No.
You know, I mean, hang on a second.
Here's
okay.
I suppose you've got an international break coming up as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
so
it is. It is. You know, I mean, the likes of Mings have been out for 14 months as well. Kamara perhaps a little bit quicker depending on his fitness levels there. But I'm sure in terms of Tyrone Mings, the process will be there for him in place. He'll have an idea where he's going to be. First and foremost, how does he feel after this game? He gets through these first, however long he's going to play. That's the initial first point, and then he'll be training again and back into another game, I'm sure. And then I'm sure he'll be taken from there.
Tristan Rowe watched that one nicely. It just was a slightly awkward trajectory, wasn't it? But it bounced on the turf, excellent playing surface, and it was handled immaculately by him.
Yeah, it was.
Of course, it was a good launch pad for Ami Buendia, wasn't it? You looked at him, and you know, Barkley played in that game as well when he played in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy and got a couple of goals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important. These games are critical. They're crucial.
Taylor. Patterson wants it back. Patterson's going to get there, heating up the turf, but he just isn't able to get the cross he wanted. More really fine play down the left involving Patterson, but he'll be disappointed with his cross.
Yeah, he would, but I would just do fair to him. He's making some tremendous runs down there, and I can't tell you how difficult. He's running at pace, you know, and he's really done the right thing there. No fear, tried to whip it in and just overcooked it. So you know, I won't be overcritical with him there at all. Really, that's a fantastic run down that side. Really good play. As he said, execution just wasn't there.
Yeah, as this is fired forward to Josh Donaldson. Mings goes over, makes a nuisance of himself. Stanton slides it along the deck, but out comes Proctor rapidly out of his penalty area and blasts it forward. That's a testing one, and Broggio might just sneak in here. He came close to getting there. Slightly hesitant from Newcastle at the back with Rory Powell, but his keeper Aidan Harris came out to meet him.
Yeah, in the end, Rory Powell did well there. Broggio read that one. He was unlucky. Fortunately, keeper Harris was alert. Otherwise, Broggio would have been in.
Yeah, if you see a ball bounce like that, it's always worth taking a chance as a forward player, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
sure you picked the pocket of a few defenders in your time doing that. Charlton with a throw in for the black and white stripes of Newcastle United. Early start for them this morning to get to the Midlands in time. And they've had their moments, haven't they? But you'd say the way Villa have reacted to going behind early has caught the eye here. They've shown a bit of character.
Yeah, without that, since the goal, and the initial goal as well, as Villa have been very much on top, especially after scoring the equaliser. So Villa have been definitely the better team. You have had more possession, created more chances there as well. Newcastle practiced on the back foot since the equaliser for sure.
Listen, you never want to concede in a game, but if you're gonna choose when to concede, it'd be in the first 10 minutes, wouldn't it?
Yeah, as I said there as well, you know that the game hasn't settled at all really as well. There's no panic stations, and Villa just have to build. It's not like they have to chase the game like in 85th, 90th minute where it's all guns blazing, trying to get back into the game. Got plenty of time to do so, and that's what Villa have done. They've settled into it, and they're by far the better side since the equaliser.
Yeah, and a real collective feel-good factor around this club, as there has been, let's face it, ever since Emery's arrival, and the young players are rising to the occasion every time they take to the pitch here. Results haven't always gone their way, but they're playing an attractive brand of football.
Yeah, they really are. That's some really, really good football.
Powell, he's had his hands full, hasn't he? But actually, he's done quite well. It's Kamara trying to win the ball, exasperated not to get there. And here's Charlton for Emerson, who sparkles sporadically. He's got some really good ability, hasn't he, Emerson, on the ball.
Yeah, he's got good feet.
Yeah. Hearns made a peeling run to the left. Charlton. Hearns closed down swiftly by Tristan Rowe. And, well, it's been more Patterson down the left, but actually, that actually happened on Wednesday here, didn't it? It was Patterson in the first half and Rowe in the second down the right who did well.
But I think when you got someone like Broderick, the way he plays, when he gets in those areas, you'll probably find him more wide in that wide area where Patterson doing more overlapping over on that side as well initially. And I think Rowe's just having a supporting role more than anything.
This is better from Newcastle. Here comes the cross and it's over the bar. Just snatched at it a little bit, didn't he, Travis Hearns? His first opportunity of the game. That was well worked though. Good run made, and Hearns will be disappointed that he couldn't keep that one down. It was a nice floated ball by Stanton. In came the cross from Huntley, and Hearns lifts it well over.
Yeah, difficult skill there taking it, especially but it's a bobbly ball taking it on the volley. Difficult skill, that one.
Referee blows his whistle, just wants to deal with something here. Maybe they took that a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, it's a restart. He wasn't happy with it, the ref, where it was taken from.
Tyrone's just having a breather, shaking his legs, making sure he doesn't overdo it. It's with Kamara. That was excellent play, fantastic. And Patterson's off and running. Taylor's close to him. Will he use Kane Taylor here, Travis Patterson? He does eventually. Alcott always seems to be there in the middle to conduct the orchestra. Just playing that master of ceremonies role with Kamara. Kamara will enjoy having the energy and exuberance of youth, won't he? Alongside him in midfield today, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Broggio beating the turf in annoyance there that he didn't get the ball. Certainly showing some passion, which is what you want to see.
Yeah. For sure, as I say, it's a great opportunity for these young lads there as well, because they can see a path as well, playing some first team football, which is seen as well. The young lads coming in during the Cowboy Cup games, and certain opportunities that they will get an opportunity to play.
Yeah, and so let's face it, they were sort of under the cosh at Wickham at the end of the game, and they got the result for them. Here's Travis Hearns racing to the left, and Johnny Emerson now. Will he turn the cross in right-footed? No, he just delayed. Hearns wants it back. Good, well-organised stuff from Villa, working off the ball. Thompson hits it. Called for the ball did keeper Proctor, and eventually collects it. Coming up towards the closing stages of what's been an absorbing opening half. 1-1. Is that fair, or do you think Villa have shaded the game?
Yeah, I think Villa have shaded the game. I think they've had the better chances, but there's plenty of time left in this game here as well. So Villa will be pleased after initial start of the game that they've created the better chances this first half.
Taylor for Patterson. Taylor again. Alcott controls, and now Kamara. What he's done has been effective, efficient, done with a steel and a style, if you like. And Tyrone Mings is pepping up his fitness levels as well. Good work here now for Patterson, and just that final ball sometimes, isn't it? But it's part of being a young player, isn't it? He gets to the areas, he's got lots of quality, and occasionally you're going to make mistakes. Yeah,
it really is. And again, I'm not going to be critical of Villa at all. It was a really good play by Villa there as well. In his eye line, he's tried to pull that back there. Again, didn't quite execute it there as well. But as you said there as well, I've seen Patterson whip some great balls in initially. Anyhow, it's just one of those afternoons, I think, for him just initially. Yeah, but he's good. As I said, he's been rewarded on that left-hand side, got himself in a really, really good position. But just looking during this first half there for us, Jack, as well, how impressed as well. We talk about easing into the game. I've seen Kamara talking to Alcock there as well, geeing him up, telling him what a great pass he's made, put in position. Same with Mings at that centre back there as well, leading things as well, organising the team as well.
Yeah, that's another element, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's been really, really good to see that as well. The lads will take good stead from that, to be quite honest.
Yeah, they've had a little breather here with the injury to James Hunt. It doesn't look anything too severe, so some final words of advice at the end of the half, taking on the fluid levels, and also we've talked about character and personality. You see it from the seniors who when they play at this level, they're not thinking, oh, this is beneath me or anything like that. They're actually really enjoying imparting their advice and wisdom to the young players, and so everyone benefits in a way, don't they?
Good pros, as simple as that. That's what the good pros do. They add something to every game, no matter what level, what training session it is. They add their influence and their character and their personality to whatever situation, whatever game, whatever training session that they're doing, and this is no different, to be quite honest with you.
Yep, of course you are allowed your allocation of senior players in the under-21s right throughout the season, really. So if you're ever looking for someone who perhaps hasn't been involved for a while and needs a bit of game time for the seniors, then that is a good option. Here come Villa in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Can they get ahead here? Jimo Aloba, lovely running, but then just that final bit of decision making in the last third. But Jimo Aloba again, you don't want to be too critical, because I just love the way he glides with the ball, the balance he has, the vision he's got. He just didn't get the pass right for Cody.
Yeah, and he goes, I've seen Jimo Aloba, what I've seen him, he more than barely makes that perfect pass or whatever else, but sometimes I would like to see him be a bit more selfish.
Okay, yeah. Would you like to see him go for goal?
Absolutely, absolutely breaking through. I don't fault him for that there, because initially if the pass was right, he was definitely on, but it's easy in hindsight to say, but I'd like to see him, especially gliding past the Newcastle defence there, to get a shot off. I've seen him strike a hell of a ball as well.
Yeah, I mean, his creativity against Bayern Munich was absolutely top notch, wasn't it? His flicks and his touches and his reading of the game, his presence of mind. Here come Newcastle now. They raced into the early lead, sprinting out of the blocks, but have been pegged back by Villa, their goal scorer, Ben Parkinson. And for Villa, Ben Broggio. So the two Bens, the two number 7s on target in this game so far. There is the half-time whistle. Really enjoyable first half of football, that. Villa came back into it wonderfully well, having received the early setback. Ben Parkinson putting Newcastle in front, but they roared back into it. Ben Broggio with the equaliser. They could have had further goals. 1-1 at the break. That was a really good first half of football.
Yeah.
Okay, all set for the second half at Bodymore Heath of this Premier League 2 encounter. And the first thing to tell you, as we expected, is that Tyrone Mings and Boubacar Kamara have come off after 45 minutes, 45 very good minutes for them on their return to action. Aidan Borland and Thierry Katsukunya replaced them, as we thought, Tony.
Yes, of course. I mean, that'd be the case as well. It's an introduction to them as well. And it's just how they're going to react over the next 48 hours to that as well. But for me, you know, it was a good performance by both. They've got, you know, minutes under their belts, really important.
Yeah, we saw them come off at the end of the first half, and the body language was good. They looked happy, and you know, obviously they're going to find it tiring in a match situation, but they came through it well. And they actually performed well as well.
Absolutely, and I imagine the legs are going to be quite heavy after that as well. To be fair, as well, because it's been playing a good level, good intensity there for them. It's a really good game for them to introduce to.
But it's two youngsters who come on who've performed very consistently at this level. Thierry Katsukunya in the middle of the defence, and Aidan Borland, who just sits and pushes the passes and drives the team forward in central midfield.
Yeah, absolutely, a good combination there, as you said there, to come on on a regular basis as well. They'll be up to scratch, don't worry.
So Villa now with Sam Proctor in goal, the back four, Thierry Katsukunya and Ethan Amundsen-Day in the heart of defence. On the left, Travis Patterson; on the right, Tristan Rowe. Aidan Borland and Todd Alcock, who love playing with each other in central midfield, with Kane Taylor, Jamaldine Jimo Aloba, goal scorer Ben Broggio, and the striker Kobe Moore. The remaining subs: Sam Lewis, the keeper, Bradley Burrows and George Hemmings, both of whom featured for the under-19s against Bayern Munich on Wednesday afternoon. Newcastle in their traditional black and white haven't made a change at the break. They've got Aidan Harris in goal, Rory Powell, Dylan Charlton, Cathal Heffernan, the skipper, and Kieran Thompson, Alice Stanton, Ben Parkinson, the goal scorer, James Huntley, Josh Donaldson, Travis Hearns and Johnny Emerson. Their bench: Charlie MacArthur, Tyler Jones, Darren Palmer, Jay Turner Cook and Alfie Harrison. The referee is Paul Johnson, assisted by Darren Wilding and Christopher Husband. The fourth official is Kenwyn Hughes. A couple of minutes gone of the second half. Villa pushing the ball nicely around in the Bodymore sunshine. Taylor, Patterson in space on the left for Villa. Gives it back to Taylor. They conceded in the early part of the first half to Parkinson, but Broggio the equaliser. Here's Borland for Broggio. He'd love another goal. Onto his left, Broggio with the chip. Patterson in space, chesting it down and scores. Excellent goal from Villa. What a bright start to this second half. They've been on the front foot from the outset. Ben Broggio, you can't keep him out of the headlines. This time he gets an assist, a lovely floated ball. You thought that Patterson might go for it first time, but actually he chested down and poked it home. And he, again, really deserves his goal because he gets forward so well. He's such a good team player, Travis Patterson. And from Broggio's lovely dinked cross, tempting, control and finish, 2-1 Villa.
Took that really well because the ball's in there a long time as well. Is he going to head it? Am I going to volley it? Am I going to take that second touch? Superb. But initially, how many passes was that? You know, it was a fantastic build-up, left to right, keeping good position, little touches, little digs. It was a fantastic team goal, let me tell you now. Superb goal.
Yeah, you're right. Really nice goal, and it's been very refreshing, energised performance after conceding the early goal, and they've got just the start to the half they wanted this time around. Whatever Josep Gombau and his staff have said to the players at half-time has done the trick, responded well. And that's the other thing you look at for young players, the way they absorb the advice and the instruction given to them.
Yeah, I mean, an initial thing for them is really, you know, you set play, you come out, it's nice to get a goal so early in the second half after good possession and a good end to the first half as well. But what it does now, at some stage, Newcastle are going to have to go and look forward and play. So really would like that as well, because, you know, if they're going to be playing through Newcastle initial press, which Villa love doing, and the way they build up, hopefully they're going to play a few more chances.
Absolutely. It's with Proctor, who will hope not to concede another goal as Villa potentially close in on another home win, but still lots of hard graft to get through before they can achieve that. As Amundsen Day hits it low, Patterson falls to the turf with Heffernan, who gets the decision from the referee, the Newcastle captain, just hobbling back to his feet. Which way will the pendulum swing next? It's been a very good, open, vibrant game of football. Two teams looking for goals. Newcastle have had to accept that Villa have had most of the play, but they've already found the back of the net once through Parkinson. Harris just couldn't get to Patterson for the goal a couple of minutes ago. Rowe shielded the ball, and now Katsukunya for Rowe again. Broggio curls it towards Jimo Aloba and almost found him. Just intervened in the nick of time did Kieran Thompson for the visitors. But it's going to be tough for the Magpies from here. Patterson will be very pleased to have got his goal, but he won't settle for that. He'll keep marauding down that flank, trying to sow the seeds of doubt and wreak some havoc. That's floated by the keeper inadvertently straight to Hearns, though. He was trying to pick out ball, and Alcock, I think, was Proctor. It didn't quite come off, though. And it's a free kick for Newcastle. Slightly sloppy, that.
Yeah, it was initially. I mean, the back three passes before that playing on the back were a little bit sloppy as well, and it culminated in that as well. But fortunately, nothing came from it initially as well. But Newcastle have got a good position here to get the ball in the box.
Yeah, and going to whip it in. He's moved away, has Stanton. And they've got lots of cavalry forward, the likes of Heffernan, the captain, up from the back. Kieran Thompson is going to try and get on the end of this cross as well. Both arms up. 7 gone second half. Away by Alcott. Didn't completely clear the lines though. Thompson for Ellis Stanton. Go on, El is the cry from the sidelines. Harris closed down well by Kobe Moore. Will hope to get a chance to add to his impressive goals tally of recent times for the Villa under-21s.
Yeah, he just needs a sniff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
An opportunity. He's a fantastic finisher.
Yeah, in the last home win, there was a beautiful ball, a little bit like the one Broggio played for Patterson earlier that he converted from Taylor. It was, he got the assist for Moore in the last home win. Here come Newcastle now. Good ball for their scorer Parkinson. Brilliant work by Proctor. Sharp as attack, off his goal line, sliding it away.
Yeah, correct, Jack. He was sharp as attack there. Was on his feet. Good concentration. Good positioning. There we go.
Here come Villa again. Taylor with Moore in the middle. Broggio's there as well. Broggio first time, left-footed, trying to knock it into the corner. First time. Well, keeper was in the right place there, but that was another good, promising opportunity. Villa Taylor thought he might play it for Moore, but Broggio was in space, and now he's worked it well for Tristan Rowe. Could be another chance. Rowe now, good control from Kane Taylor. Can he get the shot away? Gives it back to Tristan Rowe, and Taylor offside. Just didn't have the ruthless killer instinct there, but they could easily be 3-1 in front.
Yeah, I'm surprised they've brushed with his confidence there. He didn't hit the ball first time. I can understand if he's in that penalty area, 12 yards out, he's on the edge of the box there. Had a great opportunity to take as many touches as he wants to bring that into play. I think that was a disappointing thing after initially Kane Taylor robbed the ball initially, and then very intelligently passing it into to Broggio, who was surprised in hitting it first time for me there.
Yeah, there was so much space for for Villa there. And yeah, Broggio just for some reason seemed to lack a bit of conviction. Maybe he was caught in the two minds as to whether to play it straight away or whether to control.
I'll go the other way. I think he's very confident he can get past the goalkeeper first
right.
time.
There you go. Yeah,
to
too
be
much
quite honest with you.
confidence.
But to be quite honest with you, he's one he could have taken on. Had an extra touch quite comfortably. He had no one around him there, but. As I said, he had the confidence the first time, but didn't execute it.
Yeah, glorious potential to get a buffer of a 2-goal advantage. Will they need that cushion? Patterson wrestled there. Well, that is as blatant a yellow card as you will get for James Huntley, and he can have absolutely no complaints, and he accepts. He knew exactly what he was doing as he grabbed the shirt of Patterson and just wouldn't let go.
Yeah, as it was there, Patterson literally carrying him there as well. Showed great power, great strength there as well. From the initial first touch was superb, took him out the game.
See, that's the other thing about Patterson. We've seen his power, his pace and his lovely skill to score the goal. There's also his strength on the ball.
Yeah,
so
with that, everyone talks about it as well. He's made that error there as well. He's come back superbly from that.
Yeah.
He obviously set up the first one and scoring the second. Here he is again if he comes across to him.
Jimo Aloba, that sublime work, fantastic play from him, and Patterson now buzzing after his goal. Can he lay one on now? And the shot comes in first time. Opened up his body there, did the substitute Aidan Borland, and the keeper makes the save, but rightly being applauded that. Jimo Aloba, sumptuous ball for Patterson, and he squared for Borland, who went for glory.
Yeah, good delivery. But I'm just talking about the amount as a fullback, the amount of high intensity runs he makes, the accelerations, decelerations he makes as well. He gets through so much down that left hand side.
Here's Jimo Aloba, who's starting to strut his stuff again. He plays with a real swagger, but not an aloof, arrogant swagger. It's just the way he runs over the pitch is his makeup, and that is it's a really good aspect of Villa's play.
As it says, and there's nothing wrong. He has got the arrogance, but a very good one as well. He receives the ball, he's confident his first touch. He's already looking around where he's going to play it, and as I said, he's such an intelligent player. When to release the ball, when to take players on. He invariably gets it right.
You might say there's a humility to his arrogance. I don't know if that's a
contradiction,
but you sort of understand the point I'm making. You can be confident, and you can have that belief in yourself without being cocky about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's correct there, to be honest. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, and they're not, and they're similar probably to Broggio with that shot, wasn't they? I think there was almost, because everything's been happening for him so well, he was almost expecting to score, wasn't he? But you've got to remember that they don't always fly in, do they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. In hindsight, again, he would have took a touch and brought it into play there for sure. But you're quite right there.
Now it's a throw-in for Newcastle, and they know they've just got to hang in, haven't they? When you're 2-1 down, your opponents have come out as they have in the second half. If they stay in the game, anything can happen.
Exactly, it's about staying in the game, which they are at this present moment as well. As he said there as well, you've always got a chance. You only need one chance there, little break, little touch. Villa be looking for that third goal as well.
As Borland for Patterson, who's been a crucial player yet again for Villa. Takes a tumble just over the perimeter of the pitch, and it will be a throw-in for Newcastle, who at least are enjoying a bit of territory. They'll think, have we weathered that storm? Well, they didn't weather it too well in the sense that they did concede, but there could have been additional goals with the Broggio shot, the Borland effort, one that didn't quite come off. With Borland and Alcott, definitely got good communication levels. Katsukunya decides to play it back a little bit riskily for Proctor. But Proctor actually looks to be quite good, doesn't he, in those tight moments when the forwards are closing him down with his footwork.
Yeah, he's got two good feet. That helps, so to be fair, that really helps. So he can play the ball on the left-hand side, he'll still pick a man out or clear it quite easily there as well. But we just saying as well, there you can see the confidence, the way the Villa are playing at this moment as well in those tight areas. But sometimes it's important not to overplay.
No.
Yeah. Especially when Newcastle are trying to close the ball down, and sometimes that ball has to go. And just getting that balance right, which you're quite into, and that's part and parcel of their learning.
Yeah, we'll just have a stoppage in play for some treatment to one of the Newcastle players. And yeah, and obviously the thing with Proctor, a young keeper at the club, I mean, isn't it great to have Emilio Martinez, who, you know, arguably the world's best, or certainly up there, to learn from. So he's just going to benefit, a role model as well. It's just brilliant for him.
Wow, it would be outstanding. I mean, my previous role many moons ago at Wolves, had Martinez as a goalkeeper when he was there on loan from Arsenal, and what a fantastic character as well. You can see him training as well with the young boys there as well. You know, the young goalkeepers as well, passing on their knowledge, helping them out there as well. So I'm sure that's going to be the same here for us. So it's a great opportunity to have probably arguably the world's #1 goalkeeper for you to train with. Fantastic.
And I mean, I suppose the Villa fans will say there's no arguments about it. It is, but and you just know with Emmy as well that he will be brilliant with the young players, because the type of character and personality.
Absolutely, for sure.
Now, it was Rory Powell who had the medical assistance there. Pretty sure he's okay, but it took a while, so we're going to have lots of game time remaining. We're past the hour mark, and it's been a very pleasing second half so far as Newcastle prepare their first change. Villa made 2 at the break, pre-planned no doubt, after Mings and Kamara came through, we hope unscathed. They looked to be fine, and they made some good touches in the first half, but they'll be pleased actually with the guys that have come on as well for them, and the way they've acquitted themselves, won't they, so far in this second?
Yeah, absolutely. They've just come in as if they've been playing for that first half, if that makes sense as well, you know, straight into it as well, you know, which is good sign that they're all in tune. They're prepped outside as well, knowing for full fact as well that they were probably good, know they were coming on for the second half as well, so they'll be up to the scratch of the game as well. So it was an initial surprise that they were going to be coming on, so they'll be prepped for that as well, and it definitely showed.
Yeah, as Alcock for Jimo Aloba and Broggio. They're playing with a real swagger and certainty here, Aston Villa, with Jimo Aloba at the heart of it. Patterson has been irrepressible, unstoppable at times. Jimo Aloba goes for glory and crashes one against the bar. What a thunderous effort that was from Jimo Aloba. Slick, quick, neatly worked, some lovely build-up play, and it nearly had the wonderful finish. That was a sublime move.
Again, it's that movement left to right as well. If you see the likes of Ball and Alcock involved there, if you see their movement as well and what he creates, and Jimmy Lowe getting on the ball, spraying it wide, again Patterson cutting it back, and what a wonderful strike that was, hitting the crossbar, just couldn't keep it down. Super stuff.
Ben Broggio's coming off, he'll get a hand, he'll get a really good reception, will Ben, the scorer of the first goal. Another sparkling display from him. And he's been replaced by Bradley Burrows, who I thought actually really made a bit of an impact when he came off the bench in midweek. For Newcastle, Darren Palmer coming on for Josh Donaldson, who didn't have too much of a look in.
Yeah, Broggio did really well there as well. I think playing as well in that initial game during the week as well against Bayern.
And he's one of the younger ones as well, so you've got to remember you've got to look after the welfare of these guys, haven't you? Especially as they find their way as senior professional sportsmen.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's done right here. I mean, there's no question that's going to be the case as well. It's a good time to rest him. He's worked at really good intensity, got his goal, got a good goal as well. Played really well. I think just making sure there's no chance of any injuries, picking him in niggles because by overplaying.
Yeah, it was actually Hunt who was brought off, I think, but correction there for Palmer for Newcastle. Here come the visitors with Stanton making the surge. What a save. That's an absolutely brilliant save. Low to his left, strong wrist, good agility. That could be a big moment in this game, because Stanton would have fancied his chances of finding the corner there, but Proctor had other ideas. That's a quality stop from Villa's #1.
I totally agree with you there. It's a super save there as well, down to his left-hand side as well. The way he cut inside, especially left foot as well. He's the wrong foot, the goalkeeper there. Really strong hand. Really pressed with Proctor. Yeah. Really good keeper.
Yeah, they can so often be turning points in matches, can't they? Saves like that, because 2-2 it will be very interesting. Here's the cross in, and the header at the back post, and they have scored, they have levelled, and it's Cathal Heffernan, the captain, leading the team with a good example there. It was a very good corner kick, clipped over really dangerously, and Heffernan enjoyed that. They didn't pick him up at the back post, and Proctor, just having made the save, he'll be disappointed. His team have conceded there. It was bent over with curl, and he got into the area, nodded firmly, forcefully, with authority, and he was very close to the goal line as well, wasn't he, Hefner? He couldn't miss. 2-2.
Yes, as you can say, the really good goal by Newcastle. You know, it's just fantastic. You put the balls in the right area, that's what can happen as well. There's good movement in the box, really good ball, and as I said there, he's not going to miss from that range. Really good header as well.
And the balance of power keeps shifting, doesn't it, in this game? It's a real topsy-turvy seesaw encounter.
Yeah, we talked about that, Jack, as well. Not, being on top and getting that initial goal as well to try and get a 2-goal advantage. But whilst it's 2-1, there's always that threat. Yeah. And Newcastle really the best play they've had. Initial couple of chances, and they've scored from them. Yeah, and what
we're saying about you've just got to get through your tough periods and deal with a positive spell and purple patch from the opposition. That's what they've done, haven't they?
Yeah, I still think Villa got enough there as well. If they can just get back into it, if it hasn't rocked them too much as well. Again, just be patient, keep playing the way they've been doing as well. And it's all, sure, they're going to create some more opportunities.
It's all an educational and learning curve, isn't it? And I'm sure, whatever happens in the remainder of this game, that they'll have a look at that and see why, Heffernan was in the space, and they'll perhaps take that on board and see if they can solve it for the next game. Here's the run from Patterson. Good work by the defender, though, Darren Palmer, to spot the danger and intervene. Jimo Aloba moves away from Palmer, gets it back. Jimo Aloba, this would be a wonderful goal if he can get a shot away. Tries to pick the pass, but again he engineered what seemed to be in a shooting position. Tried to play the ball for Burrows, but it's through for the keeper.
Yeah, again, just little half chances there as well. Then couldn't quite get that ball through. Thought man was running on for him there as well. That wasn't the case. But if Villa continue, as they're going to be here now, they're going to create lots more chances.
Borland with the ball played in firmly by Taylor. Alcott tries to get there. Donaldson ships it to touch. So yeah, there's still over half of the second half left for Villa to go and try and find a winner. They've carved out regular chances, haven't they, throughout the game?
Yes, they have as well. And what they're doing about Villa move the ball and the way they're playing as well, they can keep that intensity in terms of the movement of the ball and passing. They'll have a great chance of creating more chances to win this game.
Patterson might get to this one. Oh, keeper right on the edge of his penalty area. Just held up in the breeze, didn't it, there? And Patterson fancied his chances of nipping in between defender and keeper.
Yeah, he did. Nearly got there as well.
Okay, so we're midway through the second period, and this has absolutely flown by. We've kicked off just after midday. It's had lots of talking points, good quality goals, and the cultivation of scoring options as well right throughout. And Newcastle have played their part as the foul from Parkinson. He was the one who set the ball rolling for Newcastle with the early goal. Seems a long time ago now, as it was Amundsen Day who's... Has he got maybe a touch to his mouth? He might have checked his teeth.
That's right. Yes, they definitely fell there, but there wasn't intent there. He's just tried to, both going for the ball there as well. Just trying to block him off to get across. And I think he's got an initial knock.
I mean, the referee's saying to him there, "Can you get off the pitch so we can resume the game?" And I think the point Amundsen Day is perhaps trying to make is, well, it's a bit harsh for us to be down to 10 when it might not be a long one, but I think
agreed.
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
It is.
Because obviously now you need someone to drop in alongside Katsukunya. That'll probably be Borland, won't it? Yeah, it looks like Borland's gone back because let's hope he's not lost a tooth or anything like that. I don't think he is.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, it's been pushed back.
He's a big old centre off. Even losing a tooth would be a problem too.
I think it was a jaw one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so it wouldn't be a concussion shot for that.
That's right, absolutely,
but he's made of stern stuff,
fine.
hasn't he?
Yeah.
Here's Ethan Amundsen Day. Oh, and what's happened there? Well, the keeper has lunged in, and they've won themselves a penalty here of Newcastle United. Referee Paul Johnson blew his whistle immediately, and they're going to get a spot kick and an opportunity to take the lead in the game. The ball played back by Katsukunya, took a touch to control, and in went Ben Parkinson quickly, keenly, sharply, and he was brought down. He just didn't touch it as he wanted there, Proctor. Now he's got a chance to make amends, though.
Yeah, absolutely, he has done as well. There's definite penalty there as well. Says his touch wasn't quite right. He's always stretching for that ball. He did extremely well. There was Parkinson closing Proctor down. Didn't read it. There, that first touch when in that stretch has to be immaculate, and it wasn't. But as you said, can he make amends by saving his penalty?
Well, what a game this has been. We've had just about everything. Now we have a spot kick for Newcastle. Ben Parkinson. He scored the first goal of the game. He's won this penalty. Fouled by the keeper. Now he takes on Sam Proctor, trying to find the way past him from 12 yards. Parkinson versus Proctor, and he rolls it into the corner. His second goal of the game. He's definitely been the biggest threat posed to Villa by Newcastle. He's bagged a brace as Parkinson beats Proctor, and well, they turn this game on its head. Villa 2-1 up, were dominating proceedings, looking like getting a third, but now they find themselves ahead for the second time in the game. Villa 2, Newcastle 3.
Yeah, Keynes' run of play, that is definitely for sure. It's all about character for now for Villa. Is that, you know, they'll be disappointed being 3-2 down from nowhere, to be honest with you. As I said before, if it's getting that second goal as well, it was a matter of are they going to get a third one, and it's turned its head for sure now. Can Villa get back into this now? That's the thing now.
Yeah, and interestingly, Tony, now that Newcastle, having gone ahead, are now making two changes. They're bringing on Jay Turner-Cook and Alfie Harrison. So I just wonder whether that has been made directly after them going ahead. Maybe we'll have to wait and see, won't we, if it changes the shape or they just want fresh pairs of legs. Often in these matches you want to give everyone a game, don't you? But we'll see. So Stanton's one of the players coming off. Oh, and is it Parkinson?
Yeah.
So he's not... I don't know if he'll be thrilled to come off, Parkinson. Well, he doesn't seem too bothered, does he? I mean, he would have liked a chance to get a hat-trick.
I think that's probably the plan of action as well. I think even more probably as well, going 3-2 up, you know, the latter part of the game as well. There needs fresh legs engine now, because I'm sure that what do we do? Don't want Villa to have too much possession, creating too much chances in terms of that now. So want fresh legs to close us down.
And it's interesting, we're right behind in our commentary position the away technical area, so we're very close to Stanton and particularly Parkinson as they came off, and they just had that air of, right, we've got a great chance of winning this game, particularly Parkinson with the two goals. And good penalty.
Yeah, it was a good pen to keep, you know, Proctor in the right way. Had no chance with it.
And yeah, tough on Proctor, because as we mentioned, he'd recently made a very good save. Now here's Jimo Aloba for Villa, and now it's Burrows. Alcott prods the pass. Burrows is going to get to the byline, and now Patterson at the back post steers it back to Burrows. Well, he didn't intend to head it back to him, just stretched and strained the net muscles. Didn't quite get the angle he wanted, did he?
No, he didn't. But a good response there by Villa. Some good play again there as well.
If only Emi Martinez could give Proctor a bit of counselling now, because obviously that was a tough one for the keeper. But you know, when you try and control it like that, sometimes you make the error. Here's Tristan Rowe on the surge, great bursting run, gets to the byline, but couldn't play the pass successfully for Kane Taylor, who was hovering, and it will be cleared, and it comes back to Rowe, who was in an offside position. Jimo Aloba hit the bar for the second time in the second half, but it wouldn't have counted because Rowe was offside.
Yes, again, just cutting that ball back. A great run down by Rowe, cutting the ball back. But no one hanging out there to get that little tap in the edge of the box. Another big chance there for Villa. But again, I think he responded really, really well.
Yeah. And George Hemmings, who we enjoyed his performance, didn't we, on Wednesday in central midfield for the under-19s in European competition. So he's going to enter the fray. Be interesting to see who comes on for, actually. Here's Borland for Amundsen Day. Patterson, just over a quarter of an hour to go at Bodymoor. Villa were behind, then ahead, now they're behind again. Topsy-turvy Premier League 2 clash on Villa TV. Great to have Tony Daly talking you through the action with me, Jack Woodward, on this very pleasant early afternoon at Bodymore Heath. Villa are well capable not only of getting level, of winning this game here. Next goal is going to be crucial.
Yeah, it is. I agree with that as well.
So what do you reckon? Hemmings for maybe for Alcock? I mean, we saw him play in central
right,
midfield,
yes.
but there's not. I mean, they are chasing the game, so you never know.
Yeah.
No, it's actually Jimo Iloba who's coming off. I suppose you need Alcock, the captain, out there, don't you, in the middle with Borland. So, I mean, if only his shot had gone a little bit lower, the one that hit the bar.
Yeah.
He played well again.
He has done as well. But again, if we look at intensity there as well, probably a little bit tired as well, and that was effective this second half as well. But he has played extremely well, Loma.
Throw in now from Patterson to Borland and Amundsen Day for Katsakunya. The other aspect of this game, we talked about the thrills and spills and the excitement of the football. I suppose the big plus points, whatever the scoreline is, that Tyrone Mings and Boubacar Kamara made their returns to action in the first half and looked good. Here's Amundsen Day, and make sure you watch that full 45 minutes. That will be an option on Villa TV. See how they came through it. You can see all their touches and their contributions. Here's Patterson for Borland, who's the player who came on for Kamara with Katsakunya replacing Mings. Patterson, slaloming run, loves those. Travis Hearns showing his hunger and desire, the forward player assisting the rear guard. Borland for Alcott. What a ball that is by Alcott, delightful. Patterson plays it in, but the flag had gone up. The flag was raised, but what an angle that was from Alcott. Fantastic pass.
Oh, good pass there by Alcock. It really was there. Pick his man out again. So unlucky. Great little ball in first time. I don't know if it's because he's gone out of play. He went initially just. I know that little offside there. Sorry.
So this is going to be cleared by Aidan Harris, who's been a busy keeper. But I mean, he's not actually had to make too many saves, has he? I think that'll be something they look at as well. Just that ability to really put those shots right in the corner. But he's been well occupied. I mean, they've had lots of opportunities. Will Proctor be pressed into action again in the Villa goal? 77 on the clock. Villa 2, Newcastle 3 in Premier League 2. I think they might be making the final outfield change momentarily. Newcastle. Villa have made all of theirs.
A good pass.
Here's Taylor. He's got more in the middle. Plays it short for Burrows. Burrows just ran away from him. And Joseph Gombau disappointed with that on the sidelines. What might have been for Villa. Just that calmness under pressure, isn't it? Making those decisions and executing the final third Villa need to do now.
Yeah, it is, and and as the game gets further and further to its close as well, it's making those right decisions at the right moments. They're the difference.
Rory Powler is to be replaced, and he did actually get a knock, didn't he, and receive the treatment. He seemed to be okay. I think it's just a fresh pair of legs again. Charlie MacArthur on for him, so nice to see all of the outfield players in both squads get some game time in this. And so often it's the subs who have that crucial late say, isn't it? We've had more or less constant sunshine for this game, and the sun's smiling on Newcastle at the moment. First incident for the referee to deal with is to give a free kick to Newcastle. Palmer impeded against. Are Villa going to produce a good late final push?
Yeah, Newcastle wouldn't know what to take his free kick either as well now. It's all about their game management. Can Villa get possession of the ball quickly, get back on the ball, start playing as they played before, creating another couple of chances.
Yeah,
Still
MacArthur
time for that.
has gone into the middle of the Newcastle defence. Well, it's game management now for Newcastle, isn't it? And if they can induce those challenges and just disrupt any potential Villa flow and stop them from getting into a rhythm, building up a head of steam, then that might be the way to go. They'll hope to break it up now, won't they?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they don't Villa having too much possession. As I said, you have having their flow.
Yeah, Donaldson has led their line selflessly, actually.
Yeah, he's just done well.
Got through some,
Yeah.
Not mention him too much. Emerson for Turner Cook. And a bit early to take it into the corner, so they're going to still try and get themselves a fourth goal. Hearns. Villa beavering away, showing the intensity and endeavour off the ball. And they know they've got the quality on the pitch still to get a positive result here. Alcott. Foul there on Burrows. Katsukunya for Proctor, who's had an up and down day. He's had a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Then again, that's what this game has been. These players have been through the full gamut of emotions already, haven't they? But now they've got to just make sure they focus on what's to come now.
Yeah, as I said, you know, from going 2-1 up, then, you know, a couple of changes to make it 3-1. Different phase of play for Villa now.
Amundsen Day, diagonal ball. Kane Taylor. Burrows wants the pass. Taylor goes the other way. Picks out Borland. Borland with the chip for Patterson. Two of the Newcastle players are over. Patterson, good footwork. And Borland and Alcott. Just running into trouble there was George Hemmings. Tristan Rowe, one of the players who stayed on. Alcott trying to lead his team to a third equalising goal. Burrows for Rowe. Forced to go back for Katsukunya. Alcott. And Rowe again. A period of passing football from Villa. Amundsen Day. Borland. Good vision and execution from him. Burrows jinking down the right. He'll get to the byline. Brilliant work that by Burrows.
Great pass.
Cross comes over. Borland leaves it for Amundsen Day, coming forward from the back. With intent. Patterson now. Amundsen Day wants it back. Gives it to him. Patterson with Borland behind him. Borland scoops over the cross, but it's too close to the keeper. Uncomfortably pouched by Aidan Harris.
Yeah, good initial build up there as well. Borland not getting the execution right there with that cross that it went in. There we go.
Villa have got it back now with Taylor. Slides the pass for George Hemmings. Hemmings got too much on it, trying to make an impact off the bench. The replacements have been busy, they've been lively and trying to make things happen, but cross didn't come off.
Yeah, it's just been that final cross, final pass, letting Villa down during this period since conceding that second and third. Got themselves in really good positions.
Yeah, he just worked it well, didn't he, Taylor, for Hemmings? Trying to wrap his foot round the ball. Couldn't hook it for a colleague. Now, Alcott. Good work from the skipper. Alcott cross, but keeper at his near post really nearly fumbled it. That might have been an embarrassing one, but never likely to squeeze between keeper and post, really. And he rolls it out. Now Hemmings goes for goal, but again it's straight to the keeper. And that's the point I was making, really, that some of the shots, they've not quite got it into the areas they want. There was the one against the bar, and a fair number seem to have gone straight at Aidan Harris.
Yeah, he's a good strike as well, but again straight down keeper's throws.
Multiple efforts on target, and so many have come, so many good situations that have fizzled out a bit.
Yeah, and fast few ones have come from Newcastle's poor distribution from the back as well. So, they're very nervous to hold on this lead as well. So, if they could just get the execution better, they have, a fair chance.
Well, Borland wasn't pulling out of that one, wasn't he? Real meeting of bodies there between Borland and Travis Hearns. Amundsen Day for Villa. Coming up to the 85-minute mark. Villa's goals from Broggio in the first half and Patterson in the second, but Newcastle with 2 from Parkinson, the second a penalty, and 1 from their captain, Cathal Heffernan. And that's what gives us a scoreline. But Villa trailed 1-0, led 2-1, and now they're 3-2 behind. That's the basic story of the afternoon so far. But the type of game it's been, I think there's going to be some drama still to come, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so, definitely. Still time to create.
Yeah.
Still time to get that equalising goal.
Yeah, the flame of hope still flickers bright. We're not quite in the dying embers of the match yet. Patterson, he's the player you want on the ball, really, in space if Villa are going to get back into this one. And he's won a free kick. Todd Alcott will have the responsibility from the set piece. Taylor making himself available short. Maybe some advice from the captain. 4 to go. We had a stoppage. We had goals, penalty. I think there'll probably be 5 minutes of stoppage time. Here's Alcott.
Good delivery.
Nicely flicked in, wasn't it? Lovely ball. Had it behind for a corner.
Yeah, really in the right areas there to be attacked. In the end, really good defending.
Well, they've explored every avenue. They've run into a few cul-de-sacs and a few doors slammed shut in their face, but they still believe. De Villa. Alcott, left wing, right boot towards the near post, so it nearly went in off the defender. I think it was Travis Hearns, the forward player, going back. It could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, it could. Katsukuni as well. If he got a little touch on that one as well, that near post, just couldn't get a touch on it. And it says defender, even shocked the defenders there as well. They deflected off him into the goal.
Alcott for Taylor. Alcott again. Has he won another corner? No, because that was fine endeavour from Dylan Charlton, just a throw in. Taylor into the last 3 minutes of the 90. Tristan Rowe angles one over. Amundsen Day in the right wing position. Shows how Villa are going for this. He felt he was being impeded, and he's having a little chat with the linesman there to say I should have had a free kick. But it's actually a throw into Newcastle.
Didn't see too much wrong with that then, but he was quite adamant, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. But yeah, I think Paul Johnson has done a pretty good job, the ref, hasn't he? He's kept things moving. No question about the penalty, sadly, was there? It was just...
Yeah, there was a right decision there for sure.
And soon all eyes will be on Kenwyn Hughes' fourth official to show us how much injury time. Amundsen Day. Patterson, just inside the Newcastle half. Patterson for Amundsen Day. But Newcastle working like Trojans. They're giving it absolutely everything to try and protect their advantage and go home up past the Angel of the North with the 3 points. Here's Villa's number 3, Patterson. Unlucky there, he just seemed to lose his bearings momentarily. Header into the path of Taylor, but in goes Jay Turner-Cook, one of the Newcastle subs. I think Newcastle needed that extra energy from the subs, haven't they, to try and hang on to this.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they know guys keep their shape, be organised.
Borland, good ball, brought down nicely as well by Bradley Burrows. Burrows for Taylor. Tristan Rowe. Final minute of the 90. Borland threads it through. Alcott's not going to get there though. Shouts in the air. He knows if he just not quite as much on that, Alcott might have got there, but time is starting to run low for Villa.
Yes, it certainly is there as well. Fastly approaching injury time. Can Villa just get one more chance?
Well, yeah, that's the question, isn't it? And yeah, what do we think? I'm not bad at guessing this. What do you reckon? 5? Oh, 3.
3, yeah. 3.
Is that low?
Actually, yeah.
I mean, what do
yeah.
you think of penalties? And
Yeah,
I think generally nowadays they're not. I think all of that crazy extra added time when VAR came in, they're very wary not to put too much on, aren't they?
Yeah.
3 minutes seems low with the goals we've had, the penalty,
the amount of subs as well.
But we're here to observe, aren't we? Not to criticise unnecessarily. But maybe Villa can find a goal in those 3 minutes. Amundsen Day for Borland. Can Villa grab a last-ditch leveller? Taylor. Patterson wants it on the left, receives it. Patterson now, can he dip into his box of tricks? Borland. Alcott calling for the pass, but Borland will go back to Patterson. They're looking to him for the inspiration. There is an expectation when Patterson gets the ball in anticipation. Here's the little chip there towards Moore. Moore just couldn't keep it in play. The linesman spotted that go out and booted away in disappointment from Kobe Moore, who is a player who hasn't really had too many glimpses.
Yeah, he hasn't at all. He's been really snuffed out this game as well. He had the one opportunity in that first half, which I thought he was really unlucky with. Keeper off a good save. He had a tough afternoon.
And our Villa, for the second game running here, although that was under 19s in the week, going to just fall short in a game they'll feel they could easily have got at least a draw, if not maximum points. But I mean, more goals in this one. But they played so much good football. They're learning some harsh lessons at the moment. Here's Donaldson for Emerson. Johnny Emerson is going to take this into the corner for sure. Tristan Rowe with the unenviable task of trying to win it back. He did though, with a little bit of help from Burrows. Well done Villa there in a tight spot. But the referee is going to issue a booking. Yellow card there for Emerson, the Newcastle number 11. Well, it's pretty much going to be now or never for Villa, isn't it, in the final minute of the 3 added.
Yeah, very much so.
Not long, boys, come on, is the chant from the Newcastle sidelines. Alcott for Borland. And now Burrows. Just 30 seconds to go. Borland. Is that a pass for him to pick? Alcott for Amundsen Day. Patterson, one last chance for him to wave his magic wand. Patterson moving in field. Need to get the ball forward as quick as they can now, Villa. Little chip there by Alcott's a good one. Patterson being closed down. Patterson, will he get to the byline? Goes down, no foul, says the referee, and that should be that.
Yes, that was last opportunity, I think, there for Villa. Newcastle have, in all fairness, defended really well since they've gone 3-2 up. Game management's been excellent. Subs made at the right time as well for those fresh legs. Villa found it difficult to break them down since that 3-2 after initially starting the game second half so well.
Here's the clearance. I think when the ball's back in play, the referee, Paul Johnson, will be blowing his final whistle. There it goes. Well, tough to take for Villa. That was a real pendulum swinger. Newcastle get the points. It was the visitors who took an early lead through Ben Parkinson, but Villa came roaring back. Ben Broggio with the leveller. Early in the second half, Travis Patterson from Broggio's cross made it 2-1. Villa had chances to make it 3, couldn't take them, and then Newcastle came roaring back themselves. The captain, Cathal Heffernan, with the leveller, And then Ben Parkinson with his second of the game after he was brought down by Proctor in the area, and he found his way past the keeper with the third goal for Newcastle. Somehow Villa have lost that one. They played some good football in the game, but they just fall short here at Bodymore, going down by 3 goals to 2.
Yeah.